Achasta sits in the foothills of the North Georgia mountains. We're about 60 miles north of Atlanta.
It's a big draw for us to have the ability to get to the airport in 70 miles and get anywhere in the world we want to get. Mm-hmm. And yet, when you're driving back up here, you feel like you're escaping.
We're close to Dahlonega, which is a quaint little town. Dahlonega is the site of the first gold rush in the United States in 1828.
Oh, it's a great town. The square is wonderful. The history is fantastic. It's a very diverse town because the university is here. The restaurants are fabulous.
The town square of Dahlonega is just delightful, and that brings lots of tourists here. There are festivals.
Dahlonega is surrounded by 5 vineyards. We have the Achasta River that runs through our community that's a great resource for not only the golf course but also for outdoor adventures.
What we were looking for is a place where we could be outdoors but also raise our children in a small town. So that was one of the reasons that we chose Achasta.
The word Achasta means light, which ties in very closely with the name of the Achasta River, which is river of running lights. The Cherokee Indians used to light torches along the river and help them hunt at night. They've left symbols for us to enjoy today, and on several of our walking trails you'll be able to come across trees that were formed by the Cherokee to give them directional insights.
There's just a lot of exploring to do in Achasta.
We have over 6 miles of hiking trails, and we have them all rated.
The trails in Achasta, my favorite one is probably the one that goes down to the river park.
It's our river park. Now, this was created to give folks an access to the river.
Walk right down to the river park and put our tubes in, and we can tube right from there.
They have canoes you can use. That's a real highlight for me and my grandkids.
Take the fishing gear down, do a little trout fishing.
We've got some swings set up there and some picnic tables, or if you want to make it into a camping experience overnight, we can make that happen for you as well.
What caught us about Achasta here was the fact that you could have the mountain view and then have the golf course, and the golf course is flat with the river and you can walk the golf course.
When you pull in our gates, you're pulling in right between our 3rd and 4th hole, and everyone who arrives here gets excited just driving in, looking down on the course, seeing the first fairway. It always gets your juices flowing for golf.
To look at that view with the Jack Nicklaus signature golf course in the valley, I was sold.
It's got the quality of the Nicklaus signature name, which means that Mr. Nicklaus had his own personal touches that he put on it. Then he designed the course in such a way to take advantage of the river valley. When you play the golf course, the river is a part of the experience because you cross the river several times, you take bridges over the river.
The Achasta Golf Course is Autobahn certified, and what that means is that we are eco-friendly.
Another unique feature of Achasta is a membership opportunity that we call our Family Heritage Membership. This means if you become a member of Achasta, that your parents, your children, and your grandchildren all have membership privileges. Achasta consists of about 1,058 acres. We have a master plan that nearly 50% of our community will remain permanent open space.
Having all of the green space that they've left, I just think aesthetically it's one of the prettiest neighborhoods in North Georgia.
It was very obvious that this was where we wanted to be.
All the homes were secluded, and we love that.
For us here at Achasta, our vision of living in the mountains was having a long-range view. There are people that want to see the river, or they want to be on the golf course, or they just want to have a forested view, so you get all those choices here in Achasta.
We also offer a little bit different product on the 18th hole called Fairway Village.
There's all different home styles, but there's a consistency in the types of materials that are used. That was one of the things we really liked was the caliber of homes that are here.
Right, there's all kinds of price ranges and styles in here, and people can be themselves, right? And that was important to us.
The vision of our clubhouse is just to be a real social place to enjoy the afternoon. I mean, it sits right along the river. Enjoy the grill at Achasta after you finish your round. And we have an array of merchandise available for sale in our shop. We fit for equipment.
The swimming pool, the tennis, and the golf, all of that was important as far as the kids go and things to do.
In Achasta, I really like either playing tennis or swimming. And we like the 4th of July.
We have a lot of social activities that happen.
There's structured things to do with the club. There's golf, there's leagues. And yet at the same time, there's plenty of natural things that don't have any structure to them, so we kind of like the mix.
There's a very active bridge group. There's a book club that meets every month that is wonderful. Bible study I've done for several years here.
That's the type of neighborhood atmosphere that exists that you just don't find in many communities anymore.